Some comebacks don't start with confidence.
They start with pain. They start with a moment where life breaks you so badly, you think you'll never stand again.
This is the story of a man who reached that point.
And the day he decided, I deserve more than this.
He grew up fighting for everything. Nothing ever came easy.
He wasn't born into comfort or opportunities,
But he always pushed.
he worked hard.
He showed up.
He believed that if he kept going, life would eventually get better. But life didn't reward him.
Not yet.
Year after year, he watched his plans fall apart.
Jobs slipped away.
People he trusted walked out on him.
Doors closed in his face sometimes just when he thought he was finally getting somewhere. And every time he fell, he told himself, next time will be different, but next time just hurt more.
Slowly, the world drained him.
Until one quiet night.
He felt something unfamiliar, nothing. No hope.
No motivation, just numbness.
He came home from another long, disappointing day.
He dropped his keys. He didn't even turn on the lights.
He sat on the floor of his room, the same room where he tried to dream, tried to plan, tried to build a future that never came.
Tears didn't fall until he whispered to himself, maybe I'm just not meant to make it. And hearing those words from his own mouth shattered him. He thought of every person who doubted him.
Every voice that called him a failure.
Every time he had to pretend he was okay when he was breaking inside.
He felt the weight of everything he survived, and for a moment, he truly believed would rise again. But then, slowly, another thought entered his mind. If I give up now,
I'll never know who I could become. That single thought was the spark.
the next morning, he didn't wake up as a new man.
He didn't have a miracle moment. He didn't suddenly become fearless.
What he had
Was a decision. A small, quiet, private decision. Try again. One more time. And so he did.
At first, nothing changed. His life didn't magically improve.
People didn't suddenly support him.
The world didn't open its arms for him. But he kept going anyway.
He started rebuilding pieces of himself silently.
He worked on his body. He worked on his goals. He worked on his peace.
He removed people who drained him.
He forgave people who hurt him, not for them, but to free himself.
He failed again, and again, and again.
But this time,
He didn't run from failure. He learned from it. Late nights.
early mornings, tears in private,
Progress in silence. No applause. No witnesses. Just him and his promise. I'm not quitting on myself again.
slowly, things began to shift.
His energy changed.
His discipline grew.
His confidence returned. Not loud, not showy, but real.
People around him didn't notice at first.
They still saw the old him, the tired, struggling version. But inside, he was becoming someone new, someone stronger,
Someone wiser,
someone unbreakable. And one day,
someone who once doubted him asked, "What happened to you? You're different." He smiled, because they didn't see the nights he cried, the battles he fought alone, the days he forced himself to keep going even when every part of him wanted to stop.
they didn't see the war behind the comeback.
Months later,
The life he once prayed for slowly began to take shape.
opportunities appeared. People respected him.
Success came not all at once, but enough to prove one thing. He wasn't weak.
He wasn't a failure. He wasn't broken beyond repair. He was someone who refused to stay down.
And the most beautiful part, he didn't want revenge. He didn't want validation. He didn't want to prove anyone wrong. He wanted one thing only: to honor the version of himself who kept fighting when no one believed in him. That was the real victory.
And maybe,
You're in that dark chapter right now. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you feel invisible
maybe you've given so much.
and gotten so little in return.
But listen to me, your story isn't over.
Your strength isn't gone.
Your comeback hasn't even started yet. You're allowed to fall. You're allowed to break.
But you are not meant to stay down.
If this story touched your heart, if it reminded you that you're stronger than your pain, then please do one thing. Hit that subscribe button, because I will keep giving you stories, motivation, and reminders that you are worth fighting for, that your life can still change.
And that your comeback is coming. Your pain has a purpose. Your journey isn't finished. And your rise starts today.